Hello and welcome to Did You Know Facts? This video comes after a long gap, even a longer one than expected. But yes, I'm back and I'm talking about the last dish I had mentioned would be a part of our video, considering the series of foods that go by the seasons. If I go to a slightly eastern part of the country or further southeast, I come across a method of eating which is to concern with stale food. I'm particularly picking up a name, Bore Basi, and another name, Angaka Roti. Now, both are rice based recipes. This is a very common food from the land of Chhattisgarh. I will first talk about Angaka Roti, which is made out of rice flour and cooked rice. How it is made? You mix rice flour and cooked steamed rice together and make a thick dough out of it. You can add some salt to it. You may add some other green spice if you want to it. Otherwise, plain. And after the spice is made, after the dough is made and mixed, you make a thick bread out of it, a bread lump out of it. It is about, you can say, a third or a half an inch thick and as big as much as a pizza, a small pizza or a big pizza base, you can make it. Further, you prepare fire and let the fire burn through the cow dung cakes. Let those cakes simmer, and once the cakes are simmering and the cinders are on, you place this base, pizza like base, on a platter of thick leaves which is prepared on both the sides, and then this is placed over the cinders. Once it is placed over the cinders, it is further covered on top by burning cow dung cakes. Now, these dung cakes, they cook this bread from both the sides and you just leave it there as it is for 40-45 minutes. Once it is done, you remove the upper layer of the cinders. You find the leaves are almost burnt, and you will see that the bread is slightly reddish or pinkish or brownish, depending on how well it is baked on one of the sides. You turn it upside down and look for the same color on the other side. If it is not, then having turned it upside down, you just cover it with cow dung cakes which are already burning again and leave it for another 40-45 minutes. Once this is done, you have it with a local dip that may be made out of green chilies, onions, garlic, and some red chili as well. If you look at the whole series of contents that is involved in this process, they are either water holding or a bread which is fully baked is so dry that it will hold water. Also, the amount of salt that naturally is present in the dip and the whole bread, or the extra amount of salt that goes in along with the dip, or if you have added to the dough, it adds to the water holding capacity. Also, this simple baked bread has a nutritional value which is more to do with already cooked food, and this is hardly denatured. Along with it, you have a slow fermenting food or a low fermented food, you can say, which is borebasi. Now, borebasi is basically rice which was cooked overnight and had cooled down and was left over. So, you add water to the leftover rice, or if you have the luxury, you can also add curd water to it and leave it overnight standing. Morning, you just take the whole thing out of the vessel into your plate, mix it with a little bit of salt. You may mix it with some seasoning, dry seasoning if you like, and consume it with raw onions, pickles, may have some fritters along, chilies, and or if you want to make it more richer, you can just have your angaka roti along with it and a dip. This makes for a complete platter, and the complete platter is a dish which is enjoyed and relished all along Chhattisgarh, all along the tribal belts, and also loved in the parts of Odisha. It is a healthy food and is often enjoyed. For more of such food, do send in your requests with particular dishes, and I would be happy to discuss their health benefits. Thank you.